Okay. Okay. Good morning to everyone. Good afternoon. Good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to today's session. It's Monday, and I believe we are all ready to take the next step in this technology time. You don't need to miss out. Every day there are new things coming up, so you have to be aware that things will always change on a daily basis. Okay, so therefore pay attention. We learn together. Okay, concerning about crypto trading, concerning about royalty, concerning about crypto pilot, concerning about market analysis, we teach everything. As long as we are ready to learn, as long as people's money is safe for us, we are ready to take action. Okay, so we mind about people's money, we mind about risk management, because without capital you cannot make money. Without capital you cannot make money. So if you lose money, then you stand a chance automatically to be missing out. And what I have realized is that whenever you don't have capital, you have no appetite to learn, and that is not good concerning about the business. That if you don't have money, no learning. It is really bad. To me, you would use that time when you don't have money, because when you get money, you will be busy in the market. You will not even get time to learn. But when you learn right now, it will be easy for you now to implement what you have learning. You just put it in work. Huh? Because me in 2021, after being introduced to Royal Chu, I had no capital, and I had no money for buying a robot. But what I did, I borrowed money for buying a robot, such that I can get used with it. When you don't get into the business, you will never understand it. That's why I wanted to first subscribe the robot. I be understanding the robot while I'm looking for money. So that when I get capital, I simply start, because I will be expert. And that's what I did. I used 2 months, 2 months to learn technical analysis, to learn how this robot is working. But me, I was not trading. I could share signals while I'm not trading. I could teach while I'm not trading. But because I was in love with the business, I said I cannot go away from this business, whereby people's money is always safe. You have access to your money all the time. So, whenever you don't have money, don't feel like giving up. Use that time to understand more the business, such that when you get money, it will be easy for you now to understand, to know what to do. I'm telling you, after having money, you will not have time to learn. Oh my God. Until you test it. So far, I think, let us move on. I've shared my screen. Let me hope you are seeing my screen. And before you do anything, just know the foundation of this business, it is technical analysis. If you fail to understand the technical part, then the robot will come in. Are we together? The robot will come in, it will do for you analysis, and it will trade for you. But what you need to understand, after doing analysis, you make your decision. And robot will also do the analysis and make decision that you can short this, you can long this. As we speak, this is the Bitcoin. This is the Bitcoin, and it is the mother coin. And today I want to explain something here. If you are new in trading, just mark for me two things. That we trade between demand and supply. Let me hope I'm clear to you guys. We trade between demand and supply. For this case, this is the supply. Up here, we have supply zone or supply level. Call it anything. Supply zone or supply level. Then down here, we have what we call demand. Demand. You can call demand, you can call it discount level. Anything you want. The supply level, you can even call it premium. You can even call it resistance. Then the demand can also be support. Can also be support. So the market will always move between supply and demand. If you want to be expert in trading, whether robots are there or not, you must know these things that I'm teaching you. Demand and supply. So, the crypto pilot, it is making things easier for you because it is following this strategy. It is following this strategy. Pilot will short the market when it is at supply level. Because we all know that the market will always supply, then after supply, it will now go back to the demand. It will now go back to the demand. Whenever things are scarce, the demand is high. You get the point? Whenever goods are scarce, the demand is too high. And guess what? The cost will also be high. Everyone will be looking for it and is not getting it. Are we together? Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, market will always move from demand level to the supply level. And when we are trading, we must know, are we shorting the market or we are buying the market? Okay? People will always buy at demand level and they will always sell at supply level. Then whenever they supply, whenever they sell off this coin too much, this coin will come back because it will have lost the value. Are we together? After losing the value, the price will drop and the coin will come back to the demand level. Hope we are clear. And after coming back to the demand level, the buyers will again take over. They will buy and buy and buy, such that they push it at the supply level, because they know this coin will always come to the supply level. Then they will mark the prices. Are we together? So that's how market moves. And now from there it will drop now. It will now drop. Like that. It will drop like that. Up to the what? Up to the demand level. People will put many orders at the demand level. People will put many orders at the demand level. That's why whenever you see the market dropping, whenever you see the market is dropping, people are selling it hard. They are selling it hard, such that it can go to the demand level. Are we getting the point? So, without demand and supply, the coin will not move. There should be one who is greater than another one. Either supply is too high or demand is too high. The winner will be there. Not being equal. So when the supply and demand is equal, that's why we will witness this. Are you seeing that? This means that demand and supply is equal. That's why we experience doji. This is doji. So when you experience this type of candle in the market, wait for the next candle for decision. Wait for the next candle for decision. The candle that will follow from here, it's where the market will go. And this doji, if it happens at the support or resistance, it makes sense. Not happening anywhere. It must happen at the supply level or demand level, showing you that you know what? The supply and the demand are equal. Then we wait for the next candle. It will be where we will make our decision from. If the next candle is red, meaning sellers are taking over. If the next candle is green, meaning buyers are taking over. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can be able to understand this, you must apply what we call the change of character. At this moment, we can say that here we have a change of character. Then at this point here down, we are going also to look at the change of character. Before you go further, you must know this. Robots will always come and go. What will you do? It will now move down. It will again move up. It will again move down, then up. Let us go with this. So, at this point here, It is so important. That's why we need to draw a line. People don't want market analysis. Yeah. Things are not easy without knowing this. I'm trying to give you foundation. At least you can also be jazzing with your friends there, and you tell them demand and supply. At least you will be having a knowledge about it. Now, when we break this level, that is change of character. When we break this level, that is the change of character. And after identifying the change of character, that's when we are going to short the market. Shorting the market here. Nowadays, we don't have stop losses. We just trade. Because the risk management is high. Again, here we enter from here. I think you are copying something. Don't mind about the stop loss. So, by doing this, we are buying at this level. We are targeting supply level, which is up here. We are buying this at this level. We are targeting demand level. Whether when the coin will always go there to supply, and again it will go back to the demand level. As we speak, with Bitcoin, this is the demand level, because the market pushed from here to here. Then this is our demand level, and now this is our supply. You can see the market is now fighting between supply and demand. It's where the market is. So it will always run in between the demand and supply until we break one. If we break this supply, meaning the supply will go up again. If we break this demand, meaning we are going to have another demand down. That's what it means. But for you, will confirm the demand after rapid raise in the market like this. This was a rapid raise. Therefore, this confirmed to be a demand level. Market will always come back to here, then it will go back to that point. Okay? But as of now, we can see the market rejected this area 1 time, 2 times, and 3 times. Therefore, meaning here, the sellers are taking over. The sellers are taking over. Buyers failed to push price such that it can keep above the previous resistance. Therefore, sellers are taking over. They are looking forward to push this market to go back to the demand level. That is what is happening with Bitcoin. Are we together? So we don't expect market to move up until either we break this supply level or we come back down. That's what we are seeing. Let us look at this coin. Here we have change of character. This was the lowest point here. Okay? Then this was its lower high. Therefore, we have to wait until this market closes above lower high. This was it. So, it closed above, it retested the support, and now it pushed above. Are you getting the logic now? So, this is our change of character here. The change of character must be connected to the lowest point. And the change of character when the market is dropping must be connected to the highest point. Hello? So, when you look at this point here, market formed what we call lowest point. This is not low because it is not lower than this. Therefore, since this one is a low, then this is a lower high. I told you the lower high must be connected to the lower low. At this point here, market was coming back at demand level, and you can see how it reacted. And finally, we closed above the change of character. Therefore, we formed a new high. This is a high. Now this is a higher low. And this is another new higher high. Are we together? You were supposed to enter from here. And you could short the market from here. Because this was the resistance area here. You can see how market resisted from here. Okay. I want us to check some coins that we shared yesterday. We want to look at this artificial intelligent robot, how it is doing its work. Last night, I want the other one I shared last night. We had, who is remembering one? We had, oh, let me see. I shared the INI, then T, that was the coin. Okay. Then we scroll down. We look for the coin that is having perpetual contract swap crypto. This is it now. You see? I want you to see what... Oh, who is that? Put off microphone. So, on the signal I shared last night, the entry was this blue line you are seeing here. That was its entry. The robot had shared this coin for us to short from there. Why? The robot realized that at that point, it's where we have the supply level. Can we identify the supply level there? How many can see that? Hey. Are you be able to see that? That the robot is very, very intelligent on that. It is looking at this point where people are giving up. People are giving up at that price. Here, at this point. Because this was the supply. And therefore, the demand is down here. And market came back all the way from here to supply. And the robot is telling you, you know, it is high time to short the market. Guess what? For those who stayed in, they made over 15%. Now, what is 15 times 3? You people? Hey, that is 40 what? 45, I think.
45, yes.
That is 45% of the money you invested. You invested how much? Don't talk about your $10. Don't talk about your $20 because you don't have capacity as of now. So we are talking about someone who invested $6 and $5. So you managed to make 45% of the $6, which will be 2.7. And guess what? How many times can you trade? 10 times. Hey, you can be able to trade 10 signals a day. And this robot can provide them as quick as possible. Every single minute. Signal, signal, signal. It's you who will get tired of trading. So, it's up to you to target small profits, rather small percentages. You can place like 2%. You can place like 3%. You can place like 5%. But remember, when we talk about those small percentages, they are all affected by the leverage that you will use. If you feel like you can manage 5x, then use it. But my dear friend, understand that even with $30, you can trade with CryptoPilot and you can make money using only $5 out of 30. You can have $50 and trade 4 coins. Oh my God. And you make money. For you to be liquidated while you are using autopilot part, you need 3,000%. 3,000%. It's what we are talking about. Are we together? When will this coin raise 3,000%? Have you ever seen even one raising 3,000% in a single day? It is not there. So the robot is so intelligent, it is using proper technical analysis by following the volume. So it will see that the volume has started to reduce. Why is the volume reducing at rapid speed? It's because the coin has reached the supply level. Now it is high time for this market to go back. Where is it going back? It is going back to the demand level. Demand level, it is where the market started from to pump. Hey. Where the market started from to pump, that is demand. The reason why the market pumped, it is demand. You get the point? The reason why market pumped was demand. That's why they call that place demand area. So you must ask yourself, why did the market pump all the way from here to here? Meaning, orders were many at that point. That is demand. Why did the market drop in this way? It was the supply. People had set the selling point at that point. That's why the market is dropping. And it is what the robot is using to give a signal. Hope we are. I stop sharing here. I share screen here. Hope you are seeing my screen. Who is that? Okay. It is off and on. Now it is not showing. What is it? Okay. Are you all seeing my screen?
Yes, we are.
Okay. I think now it is okay. This is what I wanted. So when we open this robot, it looks like that.